Good morning, everyone. We're starting another week of virtual preschool, and I am really glad that you decided to join me for circle time today. So let's figure out what the day is today. What was the last day of school we had? Yes, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So today is Tuesday. Yes, so let's move that rainbow arrow up to Tuesday. All right, and now, guess what? Remember last week when I told you that last week was going to be the last week of January? Yes, so it was the last week of January, and now we have a new month. Does anyone know what it's called? It's called February, and I want to show you this. Look at our February. What are there pictures of on there? What is over here? Yeah, hearts. And what's over here? A mailbox with some letters in it or some cards in it. Does anyone know what holiday might come during February from these clues? Yes, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is coming up. And we are still going to be doing our Valentine's card exchange like we usually do at school. We're just going to do it a little bit differently this year. So I imagine most of you are working on making your Valentines for that day, and you will drop them off to me this Friday at packet pickup, and then I will pass them out into little bags to each of the kids, and then the next Friday you come, you'll get to take your bag of Valentines from your friends home. Isn't that cool? All right, so let's see. It's February. We need to figure out what the day is, what the date is, what number it is. So February started yesterday, which was Monday. What's the first number when we count? Yes, it's a number 1. And our number 1 has hearts on it, just like the February label does. So number 1, that goes on Monday, and that has hearts on it. So remember, today is Tuesday, so we need to do one more number. So 1, what comes after 1? 2. So let's see what the picture is on the number 2. It's that mailbox with the Valentine cards in it. So number 2 is the mailbox. All right. So we have the start of our pattern here. Heart, mailbox. And we'll have to wait till next time to find out what comes next. So let's say the whole date now. So today is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. And we need to look out the window and see what the weather is like today. So when you look out your window, is it partly cloudy, cloudy, sunny, windy, rainy, stormy, or snowy? We also need to figure out what the temperature is, what it feels like outside. So you want to step out the door to feel that. Does it feel burning hot, hot, warm, cool, cold, or freezing cold? So what does it feel like today? You can also remember to ask your mom or dad or grandma or grandpa to tell you what the temperature is outside, what the number is for the temperature. All right? All right, so let's see. Last week we talked all about safety. This week we're switching gears again. We have 2 different things we're going to talk about this week. One is Groundhog Day and the other is Chinese New Year. So we're doing 2 different things this week. So today we're going to be talking about Groundhog Day, which is a fun holiday that is actually today. Groundhog Day is February 2nd every year. And I'm going to read a book that tells us a little bit about what Groundhog Day is about. All right, so let's look in our mystery envelope and see what our Groundhog Day book is. So here it is, and unfortunately the library decided to put their little label right on top of the title. But this book is called Groundhog Day, and you can see there's a picture of a groundhog on the front. So let's see what Groundhog Day is all about. It says, meet a furry forecaster. Will Groundhog see its shadow this year? Most people cannot wait to find out on February 2nd, which is Groundhog Day. So it's February 2nd today, and you see they circled February 2nd on the calendar, and there's a little picture of a groundhog there. All right? So Groundhog Day is the day that people watch there are special groundhogs throughout the country, and they watch to see if they see their shadow on Groundhog Day. So let's find out more about that. Punxsutawney Phil is one of the most famous groundhogs in the United States. He lives in Pennsylvania. Shubenacadie Sam is one of Canada's most famous groundhogs. He lives in Nova Scotia. A Groundhog's Tale. Here is how the Groundhog Day story goes. After hibernating for the winter, a groundhog comes out of its burrow. If it is cloudy, the groundhog will not see its shadow. It will stay outside. That means there will be an early spring. If the sun is shining, the groundhog will see its shadow. It will go back inside its burrow. People say that means there will be 6 more weeks of winter weather. Of course, a groundhog cannot really tell us when spring will begin. The holiday is just pretend. How it began. For many years, people around the world relied on hibernating animals like groundhogs to predict the weather. In the 1800s, people in the United States and Canada made Groundhog Day an official holiday. On Groundhog Day, people gather to learn the groundhog's prediction. Remember, the groundhog is looking to see if it sees its shadow or not. If it's cloudy, it will not see its shadow. If it's sunny, it will see its shadow. Town officials dress up in fancy clothes. Early in the morning, the groundhog is asked for its prediction. An official puts his ear close to the groundhog. It looks like the groundhog is whispering a prediction. Happy Groundhog Day. There are lots of fun ways to celebrate Groundhog Day. People gather to watch the groundhog come out of its burrow. Others watch the news to find out if the groundhog has seen its shadow. So you can do that too. And you can go online and you can actually watch Punxsutawney Phil coming out of its burrow, or any other groundhog that they different places around the country have different groundhogs that you can watch. In many places, people hold Groundhog Day ceremonies to celebrate. Some people march in parades. Others gather to listen to music and celebrate with their neighbors. Some people even dress up in costumes to celebrate. How will you celebrate Groundhog Day? Look at that. They're wearing a groundhog nose and teeth. All right. So, Groundhog Day. I bet you all would really enjoy seeing if you can find Punxsutawney Phil online and watching him come out of his burrow and finding out if he predicts that we're going to have an early spring or if we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. But remember, it's all just pretend. A groundhog's shadow, whether a groundhog can see its shadow or not, cannot tell us when winter will end. All right, but it's still a fun thing to do. All right, so we have a fun little groundhog craft to do. In your packet, you have this black paper and this little groundhog. So the first thing you're going to do is color your groundhog. I'm just going to color mine brown real quick. Most of the groundhogs I've seen are like brown or grayish. In the picture, one of the pictures we saw, there was actually a white groundhog. I didn't even know there were white groundhogs. But I guess there are. So I'm just going to give this a quick color. And then, there's my groundhog. Then I am going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue up on top. All right, glue stick is the best for this because it dries faster, and you want something that dries pretty quick for this one. All right, so there's my glue just on the very top of the back of the groundhog. And then I'm going to stick it down on my paper, like that. All right, so now the groundhog opens and closes like that, like a little door. All right, now the best thing to use for this is chalk. You could also use sidewalk chalk. I just happen to have regular blackboard chalk here. And you're gonna hold down your groundhog, your picture of the groundhog, real tight to the paper. And then you're gonna hold your chalk like this. See, like that. And you're gonna kind of, I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. You're gonna color around the groundhog with the crayon on its side. Not the crayon, excuse me, the chalk on its side. And this is going to make a groundhog shadow on the paper. All right, so there we go, look at that. Now if you lift up your groundhog, there is the groundhog shadow. All right. We also have a roll and color graph. We've done some of these before. This one's called Goofy Groundhogs. And I'm going to write my name up there at the top. Miss Mika. Okay, now, so you have this, and then you have, yours is flat. Your mom or dad will need to help cut it out and put it together. Okay, but once they've done that, you'll have this groundhog die with different shapes of groundhogs on each side. So what you'll do is you'll shake it, you roll the die, oh, and whatever is on top, I got a trapezoid groundhog. You will color in that spot, one of those spots above the right shape. So there's the trapezoid groundhog, and I'm going to color that first spot up on top of it. Just like that. All right, so you'll keep rolling your die and coloring whichever groundhog gets up on top until one gets colored in all the way to the top, and that groundhog is the winner of the game. All right, then, as usual, it's the beginning of February, so we have our February self-portrait. Don't forget to do that and bring that in to me, and I will hang on to it. So this is me in February, and you're going to think about what body parts you have, right? And how much you've grown since January. You've grown a lot since January. So draw what you look like now in February. We also have our new February reading log. All right, remember to have your mom or dad make copies of this so that you have enough to get you through the month. So remember, you're coloring in. Every time you read a book, you get to color in one of the pictures on the reading log. All right? So that is what I have for you today. I hope you have a great day. I will see some of you today at 10:30 for small group, right? And don't forget those Valentines on Friday, all right, when you come for packet pickup. All right, have a great day, everyone. Bye.